Well, good evening to everyone here in the room and joining us virtually on Zoom. My name is Ronna Borenstein-Levy, and I serve as president of the JCA Board of Directors. And I'd like to welcome you all to the 2023 JCA Awards. I want to extend a special welcome to Dr. Patrice McGee, Chief of Aging and Disability Services at the Montgomery County Department of Health and Human Services. And also to JCA's CEO Emeritus, David Gamse. We're going to hear from David later in the program. JCA provides programs and services that support older adults and their families and builds bridges across generations. Tonight's awardees embody that mission in their volunteer work, their professional services, or their legacy of service and leadership benefiting older adults and their families. We recognize tonight the significant contributions of 3 individuals who help all older adults thrive. Before we get to the awards, our CEO, Shane Rock, will acknowledge JCA staff who have reached service milestones.
Thank you, Ronna. Appreciate it. JCA staff are amazing. Better people you will never meet. Every day, they live out their heart, empathy, and training through their work at JCA. I've never met more committed or passionate people. Helping older adults thrive, supporting older adults and mentoring a new generation of leaders in MCPS schools. These are deeply held personal missions for JCA's professional staff. Their commitment is exemplary, and just one measure of that deep commitment are the years of service of our staff. Our 57 staff have collectively served for 359 years. You did the math, that's an average of more than 6 years per person. Tonight, I want to recognize 4 people who've reached service milestones in the past year. Surpassing 5 years of service at JCA are Tiffany Lamb, Janice Marks, and Kathy Nestoria. Surpassing 10 years of service is Lily Drow. On behalf of our community, I want to thank Tiffany, Janice, Kathy, and Lily for their dedication to helping all older adults thrive. We now recognize one of our most dedicated and amazing JCA volunteers. This year's winner of the Jacqueline Unger Community Service Award. The award is made annually to an unsung volunteer hero who does not serve on the board and has demonstrated exemplary volunteer service to our community. Here to introduce our Jacqueline Unger Community Award winner is pinch hitter Karen.
Thank you, Shane. My name is Karen Miller, and I am the Kensington Club Manager. I am giving the voice to Colleen tonight, who has a cold and cannot be here tonight to present this wonderful award. I have also had the pleasure of working firsthand with Sheldon since December of 2020. Sheldon Lehner began working with Debbie Sokoven at the Misler Center in 2019 to bring musical trivia groups to the center participants. In 2020, when Kensington Club became a virtual program due to the pandemic, Sheldon stepped in to lead these music programs on Zoom. Whether it was terrific tunes being from boomers or golden, book reviews and musicians, or sports favorites biographies, the Kensington Club members who were separated from their in-person program and friends found a friend in Sheldon, who not only greeted them with a smile each time, but he would create an incredible person-centered program that they all enjoyed. Even the staff learned from his presentations. He always took the time to get to know each of the members and their taste in music, sports, and reading, always asking me, what do the members want? When a regular member unexpectedly passed away, Sheldon wrote a beautiful email about him, which we forwarded to the daughter. It was always evident that Sheldon cared deeply about the members. When KC was able to return in person, Sheldon joined us for programming in July of 2021, and he did not hesitate to join us. He has resumed delivering his in-person programs to a beloved JCA program once again and hasn't stopped since. And always with a smile and with his mantra, do what makes you happy. Even though we at Kensington Club don't always know how to work his technology, he puts up with us. We are so glad that JCA has made his list of volunteering. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2023 Jacqueline Unger Community Service Volunteer Award to Mr. Sheldon Lehner.
Yay, Sheldon. We love you. Yay, Sheldon.
Shelley.
One more.
Thanks very much for this award. It's humbly accepted because I know that there's lots of other people that do lots of other volunteering. And it's nice to be acknowledged. That frankly would have been enough, but to be able to get this award is really something. I enjoyed working with Karen and with Lily and the rest of the folks at Kensington, and I hope to do more of this in the future. I'll just say I was with my partner Jan, we were on the mall today. And it was so nice to see so many Jewish organizations and people from all over this country doing things. And that made me feel good, and it makes me feel good that at least once a month I can come and try to make people a little happier. Thank you. Thanks.
The Ruth Breslow-Young Award is named in honor of JCA's founding executive director and is presented to a JCA professional staff member who exemplifies service excellence and commitment. In his nearly 14 years of service as JCA's controller, Jack Berezny has quietly, calmly, and deftly managed a wide assortment of ever-changing and challenging financial tasks each and every day. And online, I don't know if you can hear that, but staff are snickering at that. Staff who nominated Jack said of him, "In my humble opinion, Jack is the epitome of harmony in the JCA culture. Jack always seeks to find a compromise when there are differences of opinions. Jack is always calm and thoughtful about every email, conversation, and decision made. Jack Berezny is, in my opinion, strikes the perfect balance of expertise and being a JCA cultural hero. He never seeks attention, but prefers to quietly promote the best practices of JCA's programs in the most principled manner. Jack Berezny is a gift to JCA." Another wrote, "Jack is a positive person and a positive role model. As a controller, he has to have the big picture in perspective, who sees JCA's important mission of making sure that we keep getting paid so we can keep working to help seniors thrive. He never balks at complicated tasks, and he takes extra responsibilities without complaining. Tonight, we celebrate Jack Berezny's many gifts to JCA with this Ruth Breslow-Young Staff Award." Jack.
I don't say much. But when I walked into JCA 14 years ago.
Hold the mic close.
When I walked into JCA 14 years ago, I said to David Gamse, "This place feels special. It's not like other places I've worked." And it always has, it'll always be special in my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was very humble and appropriate, Jack. Thank you. The David Gamse Humanitarian Award recognizes an individual in the Washington region who demonstrates passionate commitment to serving older adults, combined with tireless advocacy on behalf of older adult issues. Both of these characteristics were hallmarks of David Gamse's work at JCA. Here to present this year's David Gamse Humanitarian Award is JCA CEO Emeritus David Gamse.
Thank you, David. What an honor it is to honor Dr. Odile Brunetto. I am so glad that I retired when I did, because I cannot imagine Montgomery County. Sorry. I can't imagine Montgomery County. Health and Human Services without Odile Brunetto. I just can't. I can't. I first came to know Odile when she directed the Area Agency on Aging. And then, thank you, Montgomery County, they promoted her to Chief of Aging and Disability Services. She has 6 attributes, at least, that made her so perfect for the job. Knowledgeable, accessible, kind, compassionate, tireless, and trustworthy. And I gotta tell you, if any one of those was in short supply, it would not have worked. But she had those traits and more in spades. More than that, she was an incredible advocate for older adults. She never missed an opportunity to forge connections between key individuals and organizations, and she had a vibrant can-do attitude. If there wasn't enough money, if there wasn't enough staff, if there wasn't enough whatever to get the job done, she would immediately say, let's start planning for next year. I have never heard anyone say a negative word about Odile Brunetto. And I have never heard Odile talk negatively about other people. Once you get the mic tonight, Odile, feel free to open up for the first time.
Stop somehow.
When Marcia Pruzan, who had worked with Odile, learned that she was getting this award, she and I spoke briefly. And she spoke with such awe and reverence of her former boss. And she said that pretty much anyone that I spoke to would have said the same. She called Odile's work during the COVID health pandemic heroic. And truly, what I saw, it was just that. Older adults in Montgomery County got food and medical care and safe shelter and every other possible support because Odile made sure that the people and the programs and the resources were there and could be delivered efficiently. Marcia also told me how Odile trusted and entrusted her staff. She knew they were smart. She knew they were hardworking. And she let them go about doing their jobs, knowing all the while that her door was always open if they needed help or counsel. Now, I must say, though I thought I knew Odile's job and I thought I knew her skills, it absolutely bowled me over when during the pandemic, I served on an agency-wide task force for aging and disability and health and human services. And I met my counterparts in the disability services field. Whole different crop of people, whole different crop of agencies. She's smiling, different funding, different rules, different regulations, different everything. And she navigated that world, a totally separate world, with the same charm and determination and skill and all those other attributes as she did the aging services field. Now, it is probably beyond the Jewish Council for the Aging's bailiwick to call Odile a living saint. So instead of that, we have the 2023 Humanitarian Award. Odile, you want to come forward? And this says, the Jewish Council for the Aging of Greater Washington is proud to present its 2023 Humanitarian Award to Dr. Odile Brunetto as a tribute to an outstanding individual whose work embodies the mission and values of JCA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, you are a tough act to follow, David. What can I say? Thank you so very much. This is very moving for me and really humbling. Especially because, you know, the award is in David's honor, and the person who received the award last year was our former county executive, Mr. Leggett. So I am really amazed. And I want really to thank everybody who is here and everybody who prepared all of this event today, the folks who take care of the IT system and the food, everything. All of you have worked a long day and now here you are working even longer hours. So thank you for that, for this event today. I also want to say that as a government employee, as you know, some government employees don't have a heck of a good reputation. So I am thrilled to know that I have done the best I can so that I do have so far a good reputation and trying to coach the newer generation of folks who are doing the same work that I have been doing all this year. And I am thrilled that Jacqueline is now taking the reins of the VRD office. We are working closely together, obviously. She was the AAA director for 2.5 years before she herself got promoted, and she's now a political appointee under executive administration. So we are working really closely together, and I know that the relationship we have had for decades with JCA is going to continue. Certainly with David, we are also talking about different things now that we are fully retired, right? And with Shane, obviously, we have already a terrific relationship and connect on a regular basis. So Shane invited me to the JCA's 50th anniversary in June, I believe. It was a wonderful event. I met at my table one lady who comes to the Kensington Center. She's a lady who does these beautiful pens with roses and flowers. And it was just a fantastic event. Clearly, you can be super proud of having run this fantastic organization for 50 years, serving people here in Maryland and also in Virginia. So thank you again, and have a great evening, and looking forward to more exciting things together in a different capacity. So thank you.
I think that concludes our program this evening. I want to thank you all again for joining us, and feel free to stay and have some refreshments.
Thank you. Thank you.